Alright, what's up, boys? Harmonic balancer is finally here. Only took an extra week, longer than what it said it would. I got a question for you guys. One of you guys could go down and look at your car, or less you know. So this is a rear motor mount. You see the hole? The bolt, you know, has just a little bit of play in there. Which, I mean, that's fine, right? Why is the front one, why is it that big? Like, is that right? These are from 3SX. I just was wondering if maybe they accidentally put the wrong, you know, bushing in there. And it's too big. Or is it supposed to be that big? Because, I mean, I was thinking about, you know, I got a couple of these spacers that I was thinking about, you know, sanding down, like pressing them in there. I don't even know if I'll have to sand them down. I'm pretty sure I can just press them in there. And then have my buddy tack them up. And then I'd have to drill out that hole just a little bit so the bolt fits, just so it's tight. Please leave it down in the comments. Is it supposed to be that big? I've been wondering that for a long time. I just keep forgetting to ask you guys. I mean, I noticed it when I first got these engine mounts, what, 2 years ago. I keep forgetting to say something about it. But, alright, let's get this harmonic balancer on. It's kind of been a nightmare trying to get this harmonic balancer. I think I'm ready for the subframe. All I gotta do is put this last motor mount on. Let me grab the light. It's just those three holes right there. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm pretty sure I can set the subframe on. I just hope I can get to those bolts on this mount with the turbo on. I'm not taking it. Alright, there's no way. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Maybe down there. You see that bolt that's sticking out? There's no way to get that on with the turbo on. You can't get an extension in there. There's no way to get under it. There's no way to come in from the side. A ratchet won't fit down in there and turn. I gotta take this turbo back off. Sucks ass, but I gotta do it. If you got your engine mount off of your engine, make sure you put it back on before you put your turbo on. Alright, that was kind of a nightmare. I had to get this whole side pretty much apart. I had to take all the brackets off and everything. I wanted to put this engine mount on before when I still had the engine on the engine stand, but I couldn't because of the bolt that I had on the engine stand. Now that I got this smaller one that actually goes to the transmission, I can get this on, but I couldn't do it before while it was hooked up to the engine stand. So, I mean, just remember you gotta put this on before you put your turbos and your other brackets on. I haven't really been recording too much. This has kind of just been a fucking nightmare, honestly. You gotta get these two studs out to get this around. It won't go up and under. And I don't even know how I'm gonna get the oil return line on. I'm trying to remember how I got it off. I can't get a wrench under there. I gotta like try to put it on there and bend it down and around, I think. I don't know, I'm gonna try to record it, but it's probably not gonna go too well. Dude, I don't know how I got a wrench in there to get this oil return line off. I'm pretty sure when I took this front turbo off, I left the oil return line on the bottom of the turbo, and I took it off the oil pan, and then the turbo fell out with it still connected, because there's no way to get to that. And to get it on with the oil return line already on the turbo, you have to take the two front studs out, which I remembered when I took the turbo off, these studs came out. The jigsaw puzzle. I probably should have set you guys up on a tripod and time-lapsed it at least, but I don't even remember how I got it on. I just kept playing around with it until it got on. Holy shit, I'm not gonna be able to get this on. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to take these studs out too. I'm gonna have to take these two rear studs out to be able to get this bracket back on, because it's hitting these studs. You like need a buddy here with you, and you gotta put all this shit on all at once. Dude, I'm gonna take this turbo back off, I think. Dude, what in the fuck? Alright, back out here. I don't remember where I quit recording. I think I just, I don't even think I told you. I have to take this turbo back off. I don't know how much you guys have seen. This is now the 4th time that this is coming off to try to get all the brackets lined up. I cannot get the downpipe and this bracket to go on at the same time. They gotta slide on together. I can't get it to go on at the same time. I mean, I might be able, I'm gonna try to take the dipstick back out. That might be holding me up just a little bit. That might give me that 1/4 of an inch that I need, but I don't think it's gonna help. Cause see, you gotta like, I can get that on, but you gotta have this on the outside, and you cannot do it while the downpipe's on. You gotta pretty much hold it like this. It's gonna be hard for me to do this with one hand. You gotta pretty much hold it like this and slide it on at the same time. You kind of like just need to put everything on at once. I don't know. I'm not gonna record it. I'm just gonna try to figure this out, and I'll tell you how I did it. All right, you can get it on there. I have no idea how I did it. You just gotta finagle it in there. You gotta like put this on barely, and then try to line that bracket up with it. Barely slides on there. Just going over everything. This whole side should be ready to go on the subframe now. Alright, I'm just gonna sit here and run around and go through a little checklist and make sure I got everything. I don't want to have to take it back off the subframe. Jesus. I don't remember what goes in here. That hole right there has got a nut welded on that side. Something screws in there. What the fuck goes in there? I honestly don't remember. I don't have any more brackets. I don't know. Leave down in the comments what's supposed to go in this rear motor mount. Obviously something threads in there. I just don't know what the fuck goes in there. Alright. Let's actually get this on this time. I got these new sensors. I cannot find this one anywhere with the white plastic on the top, but I gotta put a little bit of Teflon tape on all of these. Let me clean this one up, and then I'm going to use new silicone hoses, and I am going to reuse these. I'm gonna clean these up real nice and paint them black. I know they're ugly, but I'm gonna sand them all down real nice, and I'm gonna paint them black. I might even cut them. I might even cut them and just make them super short and just run all new hose to like all the way to like the last inch and flare the ends out. I got really nice silicone hose that I just got mainly for like vacuum line and shit, but I got a big one over there that'll work perfect for it. I will just run this everywhere. I might just cut it down to like right there and then just run hose all the way to there. So you literally won't even see that shit. You just see nice black hose everywhere. Which I gotta use smaller one, obviously. You know, I'm not like a real big fan of chrome anyways, or a bunch of shiny shit. I actually think just black lines going to the turbos like that will actually look better than braided line, because that'll be literally the only thing chrome on the car. You know, I was gonna use Teflon tape on these, but I actually think I'm gonna use just a small little film of some high temp RTV. You don't need a lot, like that might even be too much. To be honest, you'd probably be fine just putting one little pea size on it and it's spinning around the threads as you thread it in. Alright, I'm sure there's a couple of you that are like, why are you doing that when you complained about the last guy that did RTV and gasket on the thermostat housing? That gasket doesn't really line up. It's actually a little bit bigger. So I'm just trying to fill in where the gasket doesn't meet so it can't squeeze behind it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make kind of like an O-ring out of a gasket. Just have it poke out a little bit so it fits tight up against that. I guess I'm just a hypocrite. I just don't like that those gaskets are bigger than the holes. So I'm just doing a small line around each one of these holes so it meets up, which, I mean, I guess if I'm gonna do that, then I don't need the fucking gasket. I guess I'm being a hypocrite. I don't know why I'm doing it. Those gaskets, they're stuck on there now. Those gaskets are like a good chunk bigger than these holes. So that just gives it room to leak out. Whatever. Make fun of me in the comments, call me a hypocrite. I just feel like, especially since they're just paper gaskets, I feel like if I put them on with no RTV, it'll just spray out the side eventually. You know what came on this factory was metal gaskets. These metal gaskets are what came on it from the factory. That gasket kit I bought didn't come with metal gaskets. Just coming together, boys. Probably should put that vacuum line on first, but I can get in there. I think it's gonna look so much better than braided. Yeah, look at that. Dude, that's gonna be so much cleaner than just some random braided lines. I'm gonna have 4 braided lines. That'll be the only braided shit I got. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I guess I could have used like black AN line. But really, what's the difference when you're gonna sit here and use silicone? Alright, I gotta go get all the old banjo bolts off that they just have caked in silicone. Alright, there we go. That looks a lot better. Alright, I'm going to take a razor just around the edge of this. Like that, just so it seals better. You know what I mean? Because that crush washer, you're not going to see this. And I'd rather just have it perfect so it doesn't leak. So I'm going to scrape the paint off just right here. Go down the bare metal like that. And then that should seal really nice up against the crush washer. And then I'll probably go in there with like a little pick. If I got any paint. I didn't really get any paint on the inside. But I'll check them all. Alright, I'm going to throw these on real quick. They're really easy, man. Just, if you're going to reuse yours, they're banjo bolts in this. Pretty sure I've talked about banjo bolts enough. You're going to want a washer on each side of the... So you're going to go washer, put it on there, then washer. Alright, there we go. There's the coolant line for the back, coolant line for the front. I don't know what to do now. The turbo's stripped out. Like the manufacturer like fucked up the threads. Like the threads are all fucked up in there. I can't even show it on camera. They're like huge and then go small. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot bigger than the stock one. Like you can see that they tapped it. Like I don't know how to explain it. I talked to the turbo guy just now. I just got off the phone with him. He said he'll definitely take care of it for me. Retap it or get me a new housing if he needs to. It's almost like someone started tapping it bigger and then stopped. Like they were like, oh shit, because you can see this doesn't actually fit until you get in there deep, and then it'll start to grip. This just sucks because I gotta wait for this to come back before I can put the engine in the car, because I'm not gonna sit here and try to put this on with the engine in the car. That's a pain in the ass. You can't really see it on camera. Like it's just like 3 or 4 threads are bigger than all the other ones. Like it's almost like it's a cone. Like it's bigger and then it goes smaller. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, see how that just falls in there? It just goes in, and then it'll start turning. If I take this to him and he just taps it bigger, I just need to drill this out and get a bigger banjo bolt, or maybe, I don't know what else to do. Alright, this might be the end of the video. That sucks about that turbo. It sucks so bad about that turbo. It just fucking sucks. Look, it just falls in there. No threads, no nothing.
Willing to die for this shit. I'm ready to flip and end up in prison the rest of my life for this shit. So my mama ain't want me, she got an abortion, I end up surviving this shit. And if I want a son, I ain't got the money, I'll probably be robbing this shit. Don't know how much I cry for this shit.